What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have got 5 lessons learned from the Ozone Endurance Challenge 48-hour race. What did I learn? What worked? What didn't work? What might I change in the future? Well, let's dive into that. So now that I am over a week removed from the Ozone Endurance Challenge, where I ran 136 miles in 36-ish hours, give or take a few, of the 48. If you want to see why I didn't go the full 48, please go watch the race video, top right corner. Great video, tells a lot, and yeah, you might like it. But anyway, my number one lesson learned, and this is a big one. I talked about this with my coach already. My biggest thing learned from this race is do not skip the strength exercises, the strength workouts in your run plan. I am 100% guilty of this. I love running, and I have prioritized my running over the strength workouts and skipped a lot of them over the last several months. And that probably played a big factor in why I had to stop early. My hip issue, the hip flexor that tightened up. Maybe had I done those strength workouts in the core and the hips, maybe, just maybe, it might not have been an issue or not as bad, and I might have been able to continue going. So big lesson learned. I need to prioritize the strength workouts, even if it's at the expense of not running so many miles one week, but maybe I get that workout in, or those 2 or 3 workouts in. I need to do it. Hold up, before I give you number 2, you gotta scroll down and click that thumbs up button. You have to. The video literally will not go on to the next point until you do that. Number 2 is the run walk worked. For me, the run walk was awesome. So I started out right from the get-go doing 8-minute run and a 2-minute walk, and it worked fantastic. Well, I PR'd my 50-mile and my 100-mile time. My heart rate felt fine during all of that. I mean, honestly, I don't remember seeing my heart rate really get above 140-ish. It really stayed below 140 and the 130s and even the 120s a lot, because during that walking, 2-minute walking phase, I would get my heart rate down to like 110. It would be very low. So the run walk worked really, really well, and it just allowed me to stay fresher longer than just running consistently. So yeah, big takeaway. I might even look at doing the run walk in like point-to-point races, not loops, because it worked really well. But number 3 comes directly into that, and that's I need to slow down more in this race. So doing that run walk, I did slow down a good bit. Like I just said, my heart rate was really low. But given the fact that this was a 48-hour race, I should have slowed that down even more. Maybe even adjusted that, maybe do a 7-minute run and 3-minute walk, or maybe stay with that 8-minute run and do a 4-minute walk. Something to let the body, the legs, and everything just rest more. I did PR that 50-mile time. I PR'd my 100-mile time. Probably not a good idea to do that in a 48-hour race. So yeah, I needed to slow down. I talked to my coach. He said, yeah, you probably should have slowed down, but he admits too, it's very hard to do that when everything just feels so comfortable. And that's the way I was throughout the first 60-ish miles of the race. It just felt easy. I mean, I wasn't pushing myself at all. So gotta somehow make myself remember I gotta slow down even more. And number 4 is about the shoes. So I started the race, if you notice in the video, I was in the HOKA Speedgoat 5s. I chose them because of the cushioning. I thought that would be really good in the long haul. But I think that cushioning actually played a negative, because my toes, I believe, it felt like it at least, were kind of digging into that midsole because it was so squishy in the toe box. And I think that led to me getting a couple of the blisters on my toes, specifically those blisters that I got and showed in the race, which were really nasty. I think that was kind of from my toes were kind of gripping the insole, and it just didn't work. So I changed shoes to the Mafate Speed 4s about 34 miles in, and I stayed in those for the rest of the race. First time ever I have changed a pair of shoes in a race, like never done it before. And I think I probably should have started in those, because that little extra firmness in that midsole might have been a little bit better and helped that. The Speedgoat 5s also were causing an issue on the right side of my, like right below the ankle joint. It was just rubbing a little bit and felt really uncomfortable, and just, it wasn't hurting, but it was uncomfortable. And I didn't have that issue in the Mafate Speed 4s. Had I changed earlier, probably would have alleviated some of that. So bottom line, I probably should have started in the Mafate Speed 4s. And coming in at number 5 is my sleep strategy. I think worked. Obviously, I stopped early. I only went about 36 miles. I didn't get to go the full 48, but I didn't sleep at all in that time frame, or up until about the 35-ish hours when I took that 2-hour nap. So I think it worked because I felt plenty energized. I mean, I was tired at times. I did use some Coca-Cola. I took a couple of drinks of that throughout the night, that first night. And I was using some caffeinated Tailwind, and that was great. I didn't have to use any of the caffeine pills, but I think my sleep strategy would have been perfect. I think it would have worked really well. And that was essentially to go as long as I could and then maybe take a 10-minute power nap, and that's it. And I think up to that 36 hours was fine. I think even going further, I would have been fine. Honestly, I may have been able to go the whole thing without any naps, the way it felt at that time, but who knows what, I didn't get that far. So anyway, I think it worked out pretty well. So that's the 5 things that I thought of, but actually while filming this, I thought of one more, so we'll throw it in there. Well, we'll give you a bonus, a freebie. So number 6, I guess it would be, is eat and eat often. I think that went really well for me. I ate quite a bit during this. You know, I drank Tailwind throughout the whole 36 hours. Had no issues with that. It was amazing. The electrolytes, the calories, it worked perfectly. Love Tailwind. But on top of that, I was eating a good bit of aid station food. I was eating a lot of fruit, a lot of grapes, some apples and peanut butter. One of the things that was really surprising, I really liked, I actually had several, gosh, probably 5 or 6 of the hummus and avocado wraps. So just hummus and avocado in a tortilla wrapped up. It was good, it was so good. Plant-based, it kind of gets hard sometimes to find things, but they had a really well supplied aid station. They even had a lot of really good vegan, like comfort foods, you could say. Like they had vegan spring rolls, and I ate several of those, which were so good. They had vegan chicken strips, which were pretty good. They had vegan, all sorts of good vegan foods, because there was a couple other vegans there, and they went out and bought some extra stuff. It's just fantastic supported race. I ate a lot, and that's the thing. Eat and eat often. When you're going long like this, you need to eat. You need to get calories. You need to get protein and fats. Your body is going to need to repair itself a little bit in something this long. So I used Tailwind Recovery for some of that too. I drank that. That has a lot more protein in it, and some fats as well. But that hummus and avocado wrap was huge for that. Little extra protein from the hummus, the fats in the avocados. It was good. So there we go. That's my lessons learned from the Ozone Endurance Challenge. Will I do another 48-hour race? Probably. You know, I'm probably so. Will it be that same race? Maybe, but that would be several years down the line, because now I'm moving to Colorado and I'm probably gonna try to find something out there to do. But yeah, I could see myself wanting to do another 48-hour race and really push myself. I really enjoyed that aspect of this race, the pushing myself somewhere I've never been. I'd never done anything further than 100 miles or a 24-hour race. And you know, those races ended at 24 hours or they ended at the 100-mile prescribed distance. This one was 48 hours. It's completely unknown to me, and I really liked that aspect of it, the unknown, and that what if was still there, where 100 miles, I don't want to sound like I'm not trying to brag or say anything, but I know I can finish a 100-mile race. You know, as long as I'm training, I know I can finish the 100-mile race. I had no clue about a 48-hour race or going further, so that was really exciting. I liked that aspect of it. But there we go, that's it. Hopefully one of these lessons learned might help you, give you some ideas you could try if you're looking at doing a 48-hour race, or maybe even a 24-hour race, or a 96-hour. I don't know. Hopefully it helps. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up down below. Would appreciate that. And if you have not already, please do take a look at the race video from the Ozone Endurance Challenge. Had a lot of fun putting that one together. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you on the next one.